got? Where's it going? We got my boy, Nathan McCoy, the new fucking TikTok star, baby. Let's get it.
Okay, so look, this is what I was showing you. How is everybody doing today? That's the real thing.
That's the real question.
This one.
Yeah, that one I was fucking dying, dude.
I was like, I don't know how it blew up so fast.
Nah, dude. I fucking, I was like, because I've seen them on Snapchat and shit, but, like, I haven't seen all of them. So I was, like, scrolling on Talbot's, and, like, dude, I'm, like, just fucking dying. I'm like, bro, these are fucking good. And then others, I'm like, fuck this guy trying to make me gay and shit, showing his fucking six-pack.
Hey, man.
Like, this motherfucker.
You know what's crazy? I really don't even want to be doing them. That's why, like, lately, it's only been funny. Because I don't even, like...
I guess it helps with the bitches, I guess, but...
It helps with the views and everything, but...
It helps, yeah, for sure. They're like, look at this, yeah.
The only reason.
But yeah, that would make sense. Like, you throw a little bit of, like, what they want in there, but, like, the funny shit's doing good, dude. Yeah. And it's creative, bro. A lot of this, I was like, how did this motherfucker... I was like, I would not think... Because, like, I'm funny in, like, a group of people. But I'm not funny in, like... Like, I could probably do stand-up if I wanted... Like, if I really tried, but, like, I couldn't make a fucking, like, Vine or a TikTok, like... Not going back to Vine, but, like... It's just hard for me to process stuff, to put stuff together with new shit like that. No, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it takes a special person. It takes a special person to fucking, like, be creative like that.
Right,
dude.
yeah.
That's why people blow up so big off TikTok, I feel like.
Yeah. That's the biggest platform right now. Literally, like...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That's what I'm telling you. You post some of these clips, you know what I mean? Like, if you get a little...
I should, dude. Post them on TikTok.
Like, you just get a little account, you post, like, funny clips, bro, they will blow up.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you think TikTok's gonna be like around for a long time? Do you think it's gonna segue to like something bigger? Because here's the thing. That's how I felt for a minute. I was like, because I had no problem with TikTok. Like, I had it for a while. Then I deleted it because I was like, I don't know. I'm just like, because I watch podcasts, you know what I mean, shit like that. And I'll like watch funny shit too. Motherfucker eating a honey bun. But so I'm just like sitting there thinking like, okay, is this gonna be like, for example, Vine, right? Vine was kind of like TikTok back in the day, and you got guys like Jake and Logan Paul got huge off Vine, right? So you got guys like that, but then they segued to fucking TikTok and YouTube. But like,
TikTok's a little bit more like Musically though.
That is true. Yeah.
I mean, I think TikTok bought Musically. I could be wrong for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's like just like the same thing.
Right.
But Vine, no, I see what you're talking about.
But do you think that it might become like, okay, TikTok, 3 years, let's give it 3 or 4 years, maybe 5, and then it advances to like all the TikTok stars from here are going to go to this up here, the next app?
I mean, honestly, mine is YouTube.
That's what I'm, yeah. Right.
That's what I'm about to be on.
Well, see, that's why I like YouTube, because I see like YouTube is like the longest lasting. Like, it's kind of hard to break YouTube because there's so much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So... Yeah, that's where, well, if I was more creative like you in that sense, I would be on TikTok, but, like, I'm like, I can't do that shit.
I don't know, like...
I don't have a fucking sexy caramel fucking six-pack to be waving around.
I don't know if it's maybe, like, the creative. Like, yes, it's definitely, you have to be creative, like, with the funny sounds. I think it's harder with YouTube, though, because, like, once you make a video, you have to stay with that niche. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of one of the things that I'm trying to do, because you can post on TikTok, you can just post anything. All day, you know what I mean? You
right.
Post dance, you can post lip singing, you can post a comedy skit,
right.
thirst trap, anything it wants to be, and then people just keep following. Right. You can't do that on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna watch.
Yeah, the algorithms are smarter on TikTok,
like,
way
You're
smarter.
doing podcasting.
Right.
So, like, that's kind of the like avenue that I'm trying to find out right now. Is what I really want. I kind of like doing skits. I think that's kind of something that I really want to get into.
Yeah, you're good at them, so
I like it.
yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. Well, and like that's the thing is like you're so consistent. It's like, you know, you could post one and then like a couple days go by, you don't post anything or something like that. Like you're so consistent that like I feel like you find out like, okay, I'm good at this one little thing. Let's keep doing it, and then you keep doing it, and then it's like you find yourself getting better and better as you go along, right?
1,000%.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Fuck yeah. That's fucking incredible.
Going back to the first videos that do good, and then you try to just up the like content level, as much as possible. You try to like literally, like I said with the video yesterday. I mean, I heard the sound. I looked through the videos, and like none of them were even compared to like my video. Like all of them were kind of like a caption and then them like posting something to the sound, but it's like when I did it, like you've even seen some of the comments. They're like, I've never seen the sound used before. Like,
Right.
Because it's like you just gotta be creative.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah. Innovative too.
Yeah,
for sure. But what was it? What made you like get into TikTok?
Bro, honestly, I knew there was a way for me to like put my name out there for the longest, but I just kind of been like just like everybody has been. I feel like everybody has in 2020 just been kind of like BSing, and we were kind of just like learning things and like growing. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, I'm tired of watching people live their life and saying I can do it.
Right.
I'd rather just do it.
Right.
Now I'm doing it.
Well, yeah, it's like you're thinking about it so much. You're like, motherfucker, why am I thinking about it?
Exactly.
Like, let's just do it. Like, that's what I did with this podcast. Is like I was like, just not in a good place at the time, and I was like, okay, you've been watching, and I'm not saying before everyone, but like I was on podcasts like before the hype came up, and I was like, so I saw it like before the hype. I followed it. I see what it is now, and I just keep like investing my time into this. I might as well, and you're good at bullshitting, so I was like, become a professional bullshitter. Fuck it. And then the day I did it, I was like, it felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, bro, this is it. Especially when you get out of high school.
What, like, so, like, being a bullshitter was it? Or, like, saying, like, not being
No, I've always known I was a bullshitter since day one. That's different. It's like finding where my bullshit fits, if that makes sense. Because, like, dude, you go to college. I mean, everyone did this, right? Not everyone, but most people get out of high school. You're like, well, fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm going to try college. I'm going to try this category or this degree. I'm only going 50%. And, like, guys like us, it's like, well, if I'm not going 100, I don't want to do it, right?
Or even 120.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, if I'm not ramping up the fucking engine until it blows up, I don't want to fucking do it. Like, I'm extreme.
Yeah.
And so that's when you're like, fuck it, I'm not doing this. And then you have a couple, like, shitty jobs you do. You're like, this isn't, And then you try different things. And then, like, I went through a period of time of not doing shit. Just, like working out and just, like, watching fucking Family Guy all day. And I'm like, okay, you're being a bum. Like, you need to figure out something. Because I don't hunt, fish. I don't do other shit that other people do. Like, So it's like, all right, well, I got to find something to make me happy. So that was, because like in school you got like, you could do whatever project makes you happy or whatever, you're distracted. If you're not distracted, it's like, you get in your, like, for me, if I'm not distracted by something I love, I'm going to get like down on myself and like, you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I get you. I mean, I think it's just kind of like to each his own. You just gotta find something that you like doing. I think it's kind of anything because like I've also picked up like I go to church now.
Dude, I know. I saw that, bro.
I go like Sunday, Wednesday type of thing.
Yeah.
Like worship and all that.
Do you feel like that's changed you as a person?
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I feel like if you can't admit to like what you were doing wrong, then you will never like understand like really what you were doing wrong. You'll never change your ways.
Yeah. Because you see people older. You see people like in their like 40s, 50s that are like still acting like a child and still like, oh, I never did anything wrong. It's like, okay, come on, dude.
Yeah. So I would say like that's some of the biggest things, just because.
What drew you to go to church?
Just a restart, bro.
Yeah.
Just a restart. Just getting back to who like I was and just wanting to be like actually great instead of living like a fake life. I feel like if you're depressed, you just try to put on a smile.
Yeah. It's not real.
But it's not actually you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of like actually fixing you, you just go through the motions.
Yeah.
Like you said, you were working out watching Family Guy. Like I was working, bro. Like that's the reason why I got running. Truthfully, like I was working out 3 times a day, playing basketball, and then at work, like I'm always on my feet, and I'd be working like 10-hour shifts. Then I go to GNC. Like I was just working way too much.
Right.
Just to distract myself.
Right, for being the fake you.
Yeah.
I know exactly how that feels.
For being the real me. Because I was putting on the fake me.
Right, exactly, because like when you're working and stuff, like that's the real you, and then like when you go out into the fucking wilderness, so to speak, out in society or whatever, talking to people, it's like, bro, I'm not acting like how I want to act. Like especially like when there was a person before you who like like, there's been time periods in my life, like, I'm very sure of myself. Especially, like, in high school, then you get out, and then it's like, oh, shit, fuck, I don't know who the fuck I am, especially with other shit.
High school's definitely a dream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. But then that's the thing is, like, the worst feeling to me is not being who I am. That is the worst fucking feeling you could ever feel. It's trying to be like someone else or just not fucking.
Trying to be somebody else or trying to act like somebody else. Or trying to act in a more bravado manner instead of like what you normally act like.
Right.
Because you feel like you're fitting in. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my brother were talking about this. Do you ever feel like it's kind of weird, like, if you hang out with a group of people over here, then you hang out with a group of people over here, like, you're that guy with this group, but then you're another guy with this group. Like, you know what I mean? Like I met these people in Mexico, and they thought I was so fucking smart. I'm like, bro, I'm a dumbass. Like, I just know how to bullshit, you know? And then over here, like, I'm just the goofy guy. Here, I'm like a smart guy out of the dumbasses. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck?
You compare yourself to Mexico. I like it.
Well, I'm saying when I went to Mexico, like, not like the people I met, like groups of people I met in Mexico. Like, there's this dude and his girl. It was kind of fucking weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, bro, what are we? They asked me to go to the room. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing first and foremost? No, but they just wanted to talk and shit. I hope. At least I got out. I was so drunk I got out of there before some weird shit went down. But
you're trying to say that people from Mexico are dumb?
no, shut the fuck up. I'm a piece of shit white male. And first off, they weren't from Mexico. They're vacationing like me. So
Where are they from?
I don't fucking Texas, actually.
From Texas.
No, I love Texas. What are you trying to say, sir? Sir? Actually, I did, wait, am I cool to, like, get graphic on this? Like, I don't know if you're showing this to people, like, how, you don't give a fuck, it's my podcast? Dude, I did cocaine in Mexico, it was fucking crazy. This dude named Francisco was like, I'm waiting to tell this story, man. This dude named Francisco was like, hey, man, I was trying to buy cigars, dude. I was like, he's like, hey, man, I know what you want. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Dude, this guy has a rock this fucking big. This big. No, just not like a rock, like just like a rock, not a crack rock or anything like that. No, a rock this big. He has it like in the sand. He takes it, moves it, puts his hand in the sand, pulls out this box, and I was like, what the fuck? So he opens it up, a cigar. So I was just trying to buy a cigar. They're a little overpriced. He's like, I know what you really want. Pulls out fucking cocaine. I'm like, bro, I'm not like that. You know, I've only done this maybe once or twice. Like, I'm cool. He gets out a little spoon that you sniff it with. I was like, come on. There's like a little devil on my shoulder. I was like, no, Francisco, I'm good. He's like, come on, just a little bit. I was like, all right, I'll just do a little bit. Motherfucker shoves it up my nose as I snort it, and I just snort the whole thing, and I'm like, no, Francisco, no. And then he's like, I was like, I'll be back, and I walked off, and it's probably the best 30 minutes of my life, you know. I was talking to family, like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, gotta go. But no, I don't like, because you know me, I'm hyper as fuck. I never, like, that's probably I wouldn't say the last time, that's probably one of the last times I'll ever do that.
No, I'm saying, does it make you hyper?
You ever took an Adderall? It's like Adderall. It just makes you more focused, especially if you're a hyper person. It makes you a little more, it might make people who aren't hyper, but I think when you're a hyper person, it makes you more, like, straightforward. Like that fucking movie where he takes like the pill and he uses 100% of his brain. Not saying I use 100% of my brain, but like it just you're more straightforward.
I think I only use like 10% of my brain. Isn't that crazy?
Is that true? I heard that's bullshit.
Sure.
I heard that's bullshit.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can figure it out. Back to like you.
Okay.
What? So were you like religious before you started going into church? Yeah. Like big believer in God, or were you kind of like, I don't know?
I mean, okay, so, let me look at this. How much, I don't like look at time.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever, let's get to that.
Like, run the question one more time.
So, before you, like, started going to church and realized, like, hey, I need a fresh start or whatever, did you feel like, were you a big believer in God, or was it just, like, kind of like, whatever, if there's a God, there's a God?
I definitely believed in God, then at the end of the day, it's gonna sound so corny, but like when you get to the point that like I'm at with.
No, it doesn't sound corny because I've been through similar stuff.
You just
so
don't question it. Like
right.
You shouldn't even question it.
Right.
Because it's not questioned. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly
but,
what you mean.
It just gets. I like I said, I feel like it just gets to that point. So usually, I feel like everybody's different though.
Yeah.
Like it's like when I first came to church and I seen everybody just like putting their hands up and then they.
I used to think that was so weird when I was a kid.
I was and then I was going for like a month, and then people were still doing it, and I was like, I don't.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
No,
yeah.
like not even like I don't feel anything. I just don't feel like the need to do that. Like, why am I not in touch with Jesus so much? So, like, I asked like one of these, one of my coworkers. She's a disciple, grandma type of girl.
Is it Pentecostal?
What?
Is that the like church that you go to? Is it Pentecostal? No. Okay, I was just wondering. I didn't know.
I said what? You're gonna have to clip that.
Okay, I'll clip it.
You gotta get the check marks.
Okay.
No, but I'm kidding.
Well, I asked. Fuck, sorry, I kind of lost track. I asked like if you were a believer, like you weren't. Basically, you were explaining like you were asking. You asked the lady why weren't you in touch with Jesus?
Like I asked her why like I could put my hands up and everything like that, and she was just basically like it takes time for everybody, and like now, like if it's like during worship, which is like song, you know what I'm saying? Like I put my hand up and everything. I'm not like out there dancing,
right?
You know,
right.
like you're supposedly, not even supposedly, like you put your emotions through your hands.
Right,
obviously.
right.
You know
Makes
what I'm saying?
sense, yeah.
When people kick a field goal and people score, what do we do?
Yeah, it's like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, we put them up. So, like,
right. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I used to, because, like, that's what I was saying. My dad used to, not that my dad was in the next, I'm pretty sure, because I remember, like, the big screens and being up high as a kid. I'm pretty sure that's the same church I went to as a kid with my dad.
Church.
Yeah, it's super nice. Like, they got the screens and shit like that. I shouldn't cuss saying that, but what's it called? My dad, but like my grandma's Pentecostal, so like they were like the, like you know, I'm not trying. They're all dude like crazy, like, and my grandma used to talk in tongues and stuff like that, like, and I never understood it. I thought it was crazy and weird, and like then like in Paola, my dad went to a church. And I went to this church there, and I didn't really like it because, like, people were like on their knees, like going crazy. And as a kid, you're like, man, when are we gonna get donuts? Like, I'm ready for that, you know. Right. So I was like, whatever. But like, and I've always kind of thought there was something out there, but just recently, I haven't gone to church, but I would love to, because recently I started praying. And I realized, like, there is a power to prayer. Whether or not, like, people think it's real or not, like, praying is, like, not only are you getting in touch with God, which I believe now, and, like you said, when you say, like, oh, it may sound corny, like, I've said the exact same thing to other people. Like, this may sound corny, but, like, when I was meditating the other day, I just started praying during my meditation, and I felt like, bro, I swear to God, I felt like Jesus was like, I got you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it literally feels like that, and I felt like I was, like, levitating, like it was outrageous, and I was like, bro, I've never felt like that before.
Or even to the people that really don't believe in God, like, this is the thing I'll say, is because, like, I feel like I can be biased. Like, there's just, like, an energy source within all of us, you know what I'm saying?
100%,
like,
yeah.
When you die, you lose 1.2 pounds. That one I know is for a fact.
Right.
It's just, like, the energy, basically, your soul leaving your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I felt like if just, you know, sitting down and, like, you know, actually just, like, taking some time to yourself, or even going somewhere, even listening to somebody that's actually, like, not trying to put you, like, kind of just, like, they don't want to put you in their shoes and then give you advice, rather than them just trying to, like, be like, hey, we're just here to listen and help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And that's sometimes what you need. So.
Right, 100%.
So, I mean, it's like, you can either, like you said, you had Jesus with you, or I feel like you can also just have, like, for the people that don't believe in it, just like another energy source. Like,
right, 100%.
Like, I would take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would definitely take it. It helps in workouts. It helps in, like, life.
Yeah, it really
I
does.
talk to a lot of people that I never thought I would be talking to, or even being able to have conversations with people in person that I would have, like, conversations with, and, like, be able to, like, stutter and be able to, like, be nervous. But, like, now, I don't have that problem anymore.
Right.
I mean, like, it's just like, I do mess up, or if anything like if I do have any worries, it's kind of like I'll just let him deal with it, or if like I said, if you don't, then just let a different energy source deal with the negative vibes and just getting good vibes. I mean, honestly, like.
Well, yeah, it's just like I mean, like you say, everyone has like a vibe to them. Everyone has like an energy to them. Like, you know, you look at guys who are just like energetic, or like they just walk in a room and you could tell, or girls, or whatever. Like they walk in a room, you're like, oh shit, like something got shifted. You know what I mean? And then you got people that like. They're like, they got that negative vibe, man. They're around you, and you're like, ugh, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, I feel that, you know what I mean? Or, like, if there's a situation going on, like, you're around something, you're like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, because I know something bad's about to happen, like, type shit. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff where I've always kind of been a believer, but then later, like, in life, that's what, I've always been more of, like, the universal side, like, just thinking about energies and stuff, instead of thinking about, like, God. Like, when I started praying, that's when I actually, like, realized, I was like, dude, there has to be a God. Like, there has to be something. It's not just the universe, or, well, it could be the universe as well, but it's like, there's something that created us. There has to be something, like an answer, you know?
No, yeah, most definitely.
And there's definitely times that I felt like I like, prayed and, like, promised something to God, and I broke that promise, and every time I did, I got, like, screwed over. Bad.
No, yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it can really happen. It just, I feel like it just depends on how much, like, and also consistency. Like, I don't know if that's like one big thing that you pride yourself on, but like you said with the creativeness, and back to like me being like doing my TikTok thing.
Right.
Like Luke, I don't know if you realize this, but I've only been doing this for not even 3 months.
Right.
Not even 3
Yeah,
months.
and you've already gained so much ground.
Dude, like, it's just kind of, and like people are like, oh, how much do you post? It's like, bro, I post. If it's, like, if I'm on an off day, I could post up to potentially like 6 videos, and only one of them can pop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, the fact that, like you said, people will post one video here, one video there, one video here, and then they complain about having like 1,000 followers.
Right.
It's like, bro, I mean, you gotta, like, I feel like you gotta put consistency in, like, what you want to do. Like, you're doing the podcast thing, and, like, you can see, like, I looked at your channel, and, like, you can see, like, the views, like, the more, like, when they're back-to-back, you get more views.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to you, but, like,
Right.
when they're back-to-back, or, like, more frequently, they get more views. But when they're, like, separate, they just get less views, because it's just because, like, people love consistency.
Right,
People
100%,
see
yeah.
you every single day. They want to see, like, what can you create? Like, what can you give us new? Because if we're gonna be following you, like, if I'm gonna give you my time, that's really what it is. Because like we sit on our phone, like you just said it the other day, like you got on my thing and you just was like scrolling, laughing, and having fun.
Right.
Imagine if you seen like 2-3 videos that you didn't mess with. You're like, wow, yeah, 77 for what? Like, what? You know what I mean? But the fact that you can see like the consistency, and like, and you even said like you're building on like getting better at videos. It's like, that's what you need to do.
Right. 100%.
And that's not even just like in videos. That's in life. Like,
right. Yeah.
I like.
Consistency is always key.
Bro,
for sure.
like, not to like pat myself on the back, but bro, I've been going to the gym at 4 in the morning every single day for like 5 months now. You know what I mean? And like lately, I've been doing 2-a-days. But it's like, that's what you even said. Like when you see me, like, oh Nate, you look bigger. It's like, bro, I do look bigger, but like, I've been putting in the damn work.
Right.
Like, you don't
Exactly.
see that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see me like waking up, and you're not the one that's waking up, and not disrespect you again, but like you're not waking up and it's cold.
Right.
It's cold. Like if nobody knows, it is snowing. Like there's snow outside. Waking up at 4 in the morning when it's 16 degrees outside.
Right.
That is terrible.
Right.
If you don't go, you're never gonna get those.
Does it give you an edge to like do it when you know that everyone else is fucking sleeping? Does that like give you an edge? Yeah.
When I'm up.
When you're up.
When I'm up, yeah, for sure. Like let's say if like sometimes I won't even look at my social media. I'll try not to like the first couple of maybe like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I do a prayer, and I get dressed, and maybe grab me some like snacks, sit down, and just let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get my mind right a little bit.
Yeah, taking that time in the morning is important. I noticed that. Like taking that time to be by yourself. Like, all right, dude, you get this ready instead of just like waking up and fucking getting my clothes on the go.
Bro,
that shit sucks.
Like people think that you needed like, sorry. people think you need to do it like for like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. No, like you just need 5 minutes.
5 minutes to yourself, yeah, 100%.
Like you set a clock for 5 minutes, and people think they don't have time.
Right.
Like, bro, I struggle with time on
That's
the daily.
bullshit.
But, bro, if you, let's say you don't go to the gym and you just work your 8-hour shift, right? And let's say this is including you do having a full-time job.
Right.
Some people don't even have full-time jobs. They have part-times. They just work a lot of hours. So you work your 6.5 or 8-hour job. You got 24 hours in a day. If you sleep for 8 hours, that's already what? If you work in the 6 hours, that's 14.5 hours in a day. So you got 9.5 left. What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? That's sleeping 8 hours. Like, I only sleep, bro. I sleep maybe 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah, I used to do that. Now I get full. Now, from my time that I work, I sleep probably about 7 hours.
Yeah, like,
which is cool.
And 7 is what you need.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's the healthy way.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
not
the healthy.
way. Definitely not.
Yeah, but some people don't need that much sleep though.
Yeah,
I don't either. I've taken advantage of it because I did it for so long of only having like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, yeah, I take naps though.
Yeah.
Because them naps creep up, so I definitely feel you. Like
I used to take naps all the time, bro. That shit was nice.
45-minute nap real quick, then go to the gym, boy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't. I'd take a nap and be like, all right, I'm out. I'm out for 6 hours, bro. I'm not. Oh, if I take a nap, bro, it's not gonna be 45 minutes.
Oh yeah,
sure.
I can take like 45-minute power naps sometimes.
No. Well, but like, okay, back up to like what you said about like that is so true because like you've always been a consistent dude.
Who? Me?
You.
Not really, bro. I've been on. I just got like I've been getting on it for the past. Like truthfully, I started maybe 6 months ago, and then I've really put it into gear for the past 4 months.
Right. Well, but I'm saying just in general, like I think your mindset is very consistent with that's what I'm saying. And like, and you were saying, I don't know if like, here's the thing with me is like, dude, I'm always like, I make about 8 hours of content every week. The only reason why I don't post like back to, because like with podcasts, well, this is my part on podcasts is like, okay, you just watch 2 hours. Maybe, obviously, you're not going to watch the whole 2 hours, but it's like, okay, some days maybe I'll post like 2 videos here. Okay, now let's stretch that out. I got to have time to film with these other people. Okay, and let's post one here. Like, really, I'm only posting like maybe 2 or 3 videos a week. But with the thing is like, even if I don't post for like, let's say a whole, like I post right here on Monday, I post Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then Sundays. So if I don't post these days, I know that I have an extra video locked in the gear to fucking post while I'm filming this. So consistency wise, I'm always making videos. That's what I do pride myself on. Now, you are right about like the posting. Like I just started to post on certain days, not even just because the algorithm.
I was just gonna say.
No. You're just using an example.
I was gonna say what you're doing is right. Like
right.
What you were saying is like Tuesday, Thursday, and if I don't have a video, it's always gonna be there.
Right.
That's the point, though.
Yeah.
You're making it like that.
Right.
Some people don't do it.
No, they just, and that's what I was doing at first. It was like post, make a video, post. And I was doing that for a while when I told you about those YouTubers being on because I was so scared that my videos were going to delete. Now I'm like, you know what, dude, it hasn't happened. Like, knock on fucking wood. Like, whatever. Like, I have to have this scheduled out because, for one, just not even the algorithm for the fans. Like, because I have like 5 people, like my 5 fucking fans that I love, watch my shit. And then they give me feedback on it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, this is for them, dude. So I got to post this, and this, and just to gain more people, gain more ground. You know, you got to have that fucking strategy about it as well.
Yeah. You got to know the ins and outs for sure. You got to know, like, what you're doing.
Right.
You got to know when to post. You got to know, like you said, you got to know when your fans like, what they like talking about, what they like hearing you talk about. And the thing is, too, bro, I was like, I never in my life would I ever think that I would be talking about fans. And that's what some people don't understand.
Right.
Bro, I was I'm still an average Joe. Like, I go to work and like I still live, I'm moving, yes, to my own spot, you know, here soon, but like, I still live with my parents. Like, I am an average Joe dude. Just the only thing is like, I'm just putting in the work.
Right.
That's what everybody else does. Like, yes, I'm 20, and like that could be old or young depending on how you look at it. But it's just like, this is literally the age where it's like, if you don't grind now,
where are you gonna be?
23, 24,
right, 30. Right.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't either, dude. I want to like the only thing I want to think about is like, I don't even try. Like, obviously, like you can't help but having like fantasies about success, but like, I try to snap out of it. I'm like, dude, just stick on one fucking thing at a time to keep me fucking going.
I wouldn't even think. And the thing too, bro, Luke, as I also is like, I wouldn't even think about success at all because the thing is, like, success just comes.
Yeah, it just comes
Truthfully,
naturally
bro, like,
with consistency, like you were saying.
Bro, like it just like people will see it.
Right.
People like the thing about it, I feel like humans, you know what I'm saying, is like we respect like if there's an athlete going to like a party, right, and we know like if it's our boy, right, and he has a basketball game, and we take him to a party with us, and he wants to drink, we'd be like, bro, like,
Yeah, come on,
are you
bro.
sure
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
drink, bro?
yeah.
Like you got a game tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? You got a hoop, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just do it tomorrow, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like that's just kind of like human nature.
Right,
like,
right.
You want to see like when people are doing good, you don't want to see them just.
Yeah, you want to see them keep
fall, you know
going.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless they get to the top,
Yeah.
then people just hate you.
Right. But see, that's a like a really important trait to have is like, dude, I don't want to like when I see my friend doing good, like I see your TikTok or I see your views, bro. I was like, oh fuck yeah, bro. Like, but then you know that there's some people that are like, man, fucking Nate has a fucking 1,000 followers, man, fuck that dude. Like, you know what I mean? They get pissed, and it's like, why are you mad because someone's like, whatever, way over that, yeah, 14, whatever. Yeah, hold on. Correction, motherfucker. No. What's it called? But, like, you know, there's the people out there that are just, like, they will constantly hate on your shit. Like, they, like, sneak, like, behind the scenes, like, oh, yeah, like, they'll tell you you're doing good, but, like, behind the scenes, they're like, nah, fuck you, dude. Like, I want to be in your spot, but, like, they're not the ones, like you said, waking up while it's snowing, working out, doing this, like, putting so much effort in. And that's what they see. They're like, oh, he just fucking, like, got lucky. It's like, no, motherfucker. That's the one thing. It's like, oh, you just got lucky. It's like, dude, me, I have a fucking laptop in my mom's fucking garage. Like, no, like, you know, not saying, like, I've gained a little bit of ground, but not a lot. You have a fucking light in your phone. You know what I mean? And you work fucking hard.
A lot of my videos are in my room.
Yeah, exactly. In your room. You're not going to a studio.
Like, yeah. I don't have. Bro, I don't have people recording for me. Like, I don't have people record. I don't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not doing anything, I'm recording in the room. Like, and then if after I get down and you schedule the day and you do everything like that, but it's like, I mean, what you just said is like exactly, bro. You hit it on the nail. I haven't heard anybody say that out loud. Like, people, that's so.
I never
true.
do that. I usually fuck up my words.
No, you're good. Because that's so true. People will literally hate on like.
They call it luck.
And the other, but they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know the effort. No.
And that's what's like even athletes too, singers, rappers, like people hate and hate and hate. But like you weren't in the studio, you weren't in the you weren't in the gym with the players, you weren't on the field, like you weren't looking at you weren't practicing the makeup. Like it could be anybody, bro. Like,
and people don't look at it like I look at this thing as like me and being a dude who's been in like theater and shit like that, and just like been like. You know, love comedy and shit like that. When I look at your stuff, I'm like, man, that's pretty, like, I see your creativity. I feel like some people, they don't see the fucking creativity that goes into something. They don't see the fucking sounds like you were talking about. They don't see the, like, the aspects of, like, you being, like, joking around, putting the captions of, like when your girl wants to pay. Like, I thought that was, like, fucking very creative. And you using the song to your advantage. Like, that's, like, it, like, people, I feel like the average person who doesn't think like us, dude, is, like, not going to be, like, he's not going to think on that, they're not going to understand how creative it is, because they could just be like, oh, they just took a song and did that, oh, he's just sitting talking, but they don't realize, like, the thought process that goes through your head to, like, create something.
I'd even say try it. That's what I would say, like, to the people, like, I don't, now, bro, like, I have no reason, I'm trying to get this, like, the thing right, like, I'm trying to put you up, but, like, for now, bro, like, I don't even have that mindset anymore. I did, bro. Like, the thing is, bro, is, like, I think everybody goes through it. It's, like, if you're not in a good spot, you just tend to hate. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
for,
right.
Like, the wrong reasons, and then you try to find reasons in other people. Like, you try to find bad things in other people to make yourself feel better. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, I got a cramp. That's
what
what making my face.
Like, if you see a dude with a bad girl, you know, like, bro, that dude, like, look at him. He's tall.
Well, everyone, like, naturally is like, man, fuck that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, like, now, bro, it's like, no. I mean, at the end of the day, he's doing something that you're not doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, I mean, you can hate
Right. Exactly. It's like,
dude.
dude, did you have the balls to go talk to this baddie at the fucking mall in front of everybody or at this party in front of everybody? It's like, no, fuck you. That's why I'm standing next to her, because you didn't have the fucking balls to go do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what you're doing there. You making a TikTok
Nope.
or something? Oh.
Putting us on live.
Oh shit.
And then. There we go. And then.
No.
I already put the YouTube.
Shit balls, dude. Hell yeah.
So every time somebody pops up and they're like, oh, I mess with these dudes.
Right. That's awesome,
They go to
dude.
your page.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Oh,
No. Not again.
Oh, snap. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you're good. You're good, bro. You're good.
Here we go. This is what we're talking about, man. Put your boys on. You gotta put your peoples on.
Yeah, you might as well, man. You might as well.
Like, if you gonna eat, bro, like, I don't see why your people's gonna eat.
Hell yeah, dude. But what we were talking about like, just in general of like.
Go ahead.
You're good. You're good. It's all right. No, just in general of like you said, you can hate or you can hate or motivate. Like exactly. Like it's like and you know watching Rogan and shit. Like you see them talking about other like not even just that, talking about like comedians talking about other comedians like dude, when I see someone like kill a set in comedy, stand up comedy, they're like, yeah, I get fucking jealous, I'm not gonna lie, but like, am I gonna fucking sit there and hate on them, or am I gonna go and write some new material tonight?
Right.
Because I saw that they were doing good, like, and that's the thing is like, that's the whole like beauty about success is like you're gonna have like those people like are just gonna either like it's on them to follow through.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta use like you see someone working out like doing good, like doing better. It's like, man, bro, Nate, you're fucking getting bigger, bro. I need to go to the gym, dude. I need to do 2-a-days. I need to get up in the morning. Like, I need to fucking, like, what's my excuse? You know what I mean?
It should motivate you instead of, like, pissing you off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's okay to be pissed off at first. Like, it's okay to, like, because everyone's going to get, like, a little, but it's like, you know what? No. I'm not going to, like, you know what I mean? Especially when you're younger, you're like, you know what? No, I'm not going to let that piss me off. I'm going to let it go. That's the thing. Neither do I. Neither do I.
Like, if I see somebody's page doing better than me, or if I see, like, a video that I did, like, that maybe use somebody's sound and they do as good as somebody else, like, I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
right.
And I feel like that's what's made my videos better, and I feel like that's what's made life better. It's just
100%.
Like, I just like doing me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I like doing what I like to do.
Right.
I like doing it on my time.
That's fucking awesome.
You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely part of maturing, dude. Cause like I will admit, like I had that pistosity when I was younger. Like when you see someone doing better, I always caught it though when I was younger. Like, okay, don't get mad, just let it motivate you. But as you get older, like you said you don't even get pissed off. That's how I feel. I'm like, I mean, like when I see someone doing good, I want them to do better. I never want it. That's the thing. You have to have a hate in your heart to like really want someone to do shitty.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You gotta have hate in your heart, or you gotta be mad at yourself.
Right.
Failure's not a good place.
Yeah, 100%.
It's probably not a good place. I feel like that's one of the biggest things. It's like when you're depressed and you're just not like living up to what you think that your expectations should be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You tend to be hard on yourself, and then after being so hard on yourself, you tend to be hard on other people. Right. And then that just affects everything around you.
Right.
So,
do you feel like depression affects you in that way?
Me?
Yeah. Or would you even say you were ever depressed?
Definitely. I think depression doesn't just go away. I think it definitely stays with you. But I think people suffer, just like people that I've talked to, I'm not even like in the realm of depression as like much as like other people. Like I can't like fathom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how they feel, because it's like some people don't even want to like get out of bed. Some people don't even want to be on this earth.
Right.
Like maybe once, bro, like where I truthfully had like, you know, that moment where I was like, God, I don't want to be here.
Right.
But bro, maybe not even to like, I don't even think to the extent where they're even talking to me about it. Like they're dead serious, like, and they would be fine with it, but the only reason they're staying is because they don't want to make somebody else sad or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah. No, I know exactly what you like. That's exactly what's keeping them there. Well, it's so curious, like, as you said, like, you think depression is good. Do you think everyone has a level of depression? It just depends on, like, the level of it. Like, depression's in everybody. It just depends how much it's going to take over.
I don't even know if it's a level of depression. I think it's just what's happened to you. Like, what's happened to you in your honestly, like, I feel like it could be from, you know, from you being a kid, from it being literally 2020, from
Right.
it being, you know, somebody cheating on you, somebody like hitting you, somebody just making you feel bad,
Right.
somebody
Yeah, because most of the time
anything like
people
that. Like
don't
you
just
can,
become assholes to become assholes. There's always something behind it.
no, yeah, most we're all born okay. I
Right.
think at least.
Yeah. Well, I know. I always think that too, because it's like there has to be something to make a part. Like usually when
That's how
you
you
see.
raised. That's how you raised for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 100% how you're raised. But then, like like you said, there could be like a bunch of bullshit that happened to you.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I mean, and sometimes there are people that I'm like, God, are you just fucking? Your mom's cool. Like this cool. Like, why are you a fucking dickhead? But then there's probably something we don't know down the line.
A lot of things, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for example, like my man. Never mind.
Your great grandpa maybe.
No, this is my manager, but I can't do that.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't do that. But
no, but I mean, there's just people like I know people like there's just like he used to play basketball and he was really depressed and I was like, why are you depressed? Like, bro, you're really good. Like, you got a whole bunch of looks and everything like that. And then he told me one day that he had a nutritionist, like a personal trainer, like a physical therapy
and
person.
you're like, bro, what are you mad at?
And he was a single child. You know what I'm saying? Like lived in a really good house. You know what I'm saying? Like his mom gave him his BMW, like just pass it down to him. It was like if I like to me, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, but sometimes there's no struggle with that, and that might make the person right.
But then with him, he said that he didn't even talk to his parents. Like his parents never talked to him.
Right.
Like if he did anything good, or like if he even like games, they didn't even go to the games.
Right.
So it's like, dang, like you can have all that, but at the end of the day, like you're really grown up.
Yeah, who's supporting you? Yeah.
Or even if like you were to go tell your parents like, hey, like I dropped 50 points this game, and then they're like, okay, cool.
Right.
Like, do you want $100? Is that what you want? And
right.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that would suck.
That would suck, dude. And that's I remember like when I worked in Lenexa and lifeguarding. Like it's funny you bring that up because like like before that I used to be like. I mean, like, whatever you want to define as rich, but, like, I never hung out with, like, rich kids, like, kids that had just, like, money, you know what I mean? I was, like, besides, like, maybe my cousins, you know, I never knew kids that were, like, fucking, like I said, like kind of like what you described, like, oh, you want $100, fuck, but then I get to know these kids, and I'm wondering why some of them are so depressed, because they got, like, new fucking cars, they got, like you said, looks, everything they ever wanted. I'm like, what the fuck, like, what is the deal with this dude? But then, like, and I remember this girl talking about, like, one of the Olathe schools. She's like, yeah, we have a high suicidal rate, and we have therapists, like, extra therapists there to, like, come and talk to us, like about whoever killed themselves. I was like, what the fuck? And she was kind of a depressing person, too, just even talking to her. I'm like, I don't get it. But then I realized, like, a lot of these kids, their parents, like, I don't know if it's like, cause I'm not in a situation where I don't know if they don't have time or they just don't give a fuck. They just think money is the way. Like, here's, like you said, here's $100. Like, I don't really have to be there because I'm giving you that money for you to go fuck off, you know? And it's like, I saw that in a lot of kids that, like, grew up, like, extra wealthier. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. It was so interesting to look into it. Exactly. That as well. Yeah,
so
that as well.
The biggest thing that causes that
right.
Like, I mean, yes, they got money. I mean, that's why that's why they say like money doesn't buy happiness sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's like it's to whoever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we can't put any. One thing I'll say like with like comparisons is that you can't put any comparisons on anybody because everybody's different.
100%.
Legit, everybody is different. So it's like, oh well, I think since he was born from this and this and this and this, he'll be like this. It's like, no, he could be completely different what you think about. I mean, he might, fit the stereotype or whatever, but I mean, I think it's so different. You know what I'm saying?
It really is, yeah.
Going back to what you said with depression, I feel like just everybody it's so different. Nobody's gonna understand like what you're going through. We can like feel for you.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, especially the more you get older, you get out of that, like, the whole, like, stereotype thing of, like, just anything. Like, you know, I mean, you look at someone with good looks and money and shit like that, you're like, oh, they must have it all. But then at the end of the day, you don't know.
No.
And you don't know who's gonna deal. Yeah, it's crazy. And being a waiter was like that helped me a lot because like I'd have someone, and like they'd look pissed off or mean, and then I come up to them and they're cool, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Even, like, I was gonna say, even like average Joe people, not even like average Joe people, just people like your like girl that works as a barista or the cashier at Fazoli's or anything like that. Like it's not even just like the famous people or even like the people that like they put on like this big face. It could be like they could just be like what you think is normal. It could not be that normal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've been like that for so long that like you just think that not what I'm saying. They've been like that for so long that it's just at a certain point it's like
right.
Out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like yeah, it's kind of like doing what you love too. Like being a barista to maybe this person's like, oh, this is a fucking dream. I get to make coffee all day and shit like that. But then to this person's like, I don't want to fucking do this. Fuck this job.
They didn't even want to be at the job. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
They had to get the job for a certain reason, or they got fired from the job.
Right.
Something like that. Or they're getting that job to feed their habits.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally plenty of reasons, bro.
Right.
It's definitely different.
That's exactly why I love this too. Is like hearing people's stories, man. I love to hear people's stories and like just. You get to know them better as a person and like them explain like, well, this is like why I kind of think like this because this happened to me, or this is maybe why I think like this because of this happened to me. You know what I mean? And I be like that too. Like sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I think like this or I act like this because of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you do that too?
I think everybody does. You know
yeah.
What I'm saying? I think if, like I said, if you had a bad relationship with an ex, the first red flag you get from the newest person, you're just gonna cut it off.
Right.
Or, bro, if you like as a kid, like correct me if I'm wrong, but like if you touch something that's hot, like the oven. The first, like your parents will tell you, oh, it's hot.
And you do it.
But then you're like, it's not hot. And then you'll touch it. You know what I'm saying? Then it's hot.
I was a fucking idiot. I touch light bulbs all the time, bro. I didn't learn.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, it actually is hot. I'm never gonna do it again. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's just kind of like.
Yeah, 100%. No, I was a fucking idiot. I kept touching light bulbs, bro. I don't know what it was. I always fucking was like, this one's not gonna be hot. This one's not gonna be hot. I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe it's because people told me not to, and myself, I was like, well, now I'm definitely gonna want to do it because you told me not to.
See, that's what I'm saying. We just got that tendency.
Yeah. Dude, I remember my dad accidentally burned me with a cigar. It's fucking hilarious because he was like, he was smoking a cigar. He was like on his tippy toe, and the wind fucking blew him just so happened to win, and it just went like. Tss. And I was like 4. I was like, ah! Oh shit! And there was other parents around, so he's like, God damn it! And he's like trying to find a fucking like bottle to fucking like put it on my arm and shit, like to chill me out. He's like, oh yeah, I accidentally hit him with my cigar. And the parents were like, motherfucker, what the fuck? What are you doing to your kid? Oh, dude.
No, yeah, for sure, bro. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, on a good note, let's get this turn up the energy. Because my question to you.
Oh yeah. Let's hear this.
Here we go.
Making me
So,
nervous.
if you had an option, right? You get 3 options. You get to F, marry, kill. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I love that game.
Okay. First one we got Megan Fox. I'm just naming girls that I know you would like, by the way. Megan Fox.
What's that supposed to... Okay. Well, who doesn't like Megan Fox?
I don't really think she's that attractive.
Okay, well, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
Megan Fox.
shit.
What is her name? What's Black Widow's name?
Oh, I think, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. And who were you talking to?
I was gonna say Rihanna.
I was gonna say Rihanna. That's crazy. I was gonna say Rihanna too. That's the first person. And Rihanna.
I would. That's too easy. I would marry Rihanna.
Yeah.
I would fuck Megan Fox, and I'd kill Scarlett Johansson.
That's okay. You couldn't kill Black Widow. You know what we could do? I could, for like to keep it going with this, we could ask some like questions
Oh yeah, I
bro?
don't care, dude.
You
Fuck
know
yeah,
what I'm
put it
saying?
on, dude.
If y'all want to ask some questions, drop some questions below. You know what I mean? And we'll.
Are people watching?
Yeah.
Hella people watching?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, ask some questions.
I think it's been steady the whole time.
Fuck
Honestly.
yeah, dude.
Honestly.
No. Okay, so you got Oprah Winfrey.
What?
Okay, you got Martha Stewart. Okay, you got fuck. Whoopi Goldberg. You gotta fuck one, marry one, kill one.
I don't even. That's not even a good option.
I know, that's why I gave them, because they're all ugly.
Bro, you know one thing I will say, like that I feel like we should talk about, bro.
What's up?
We should talk about, cause like I've been seeing it like with like social media and everything, bro.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna get deep.
Huh?
I feel like we're gonna get deep.
No, bro. It's just like, cause you was talking about how like people with like the hate and everything.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
What is the deal with it?
Oh,
You know what I mean? What's the deal with the hate on like I've never wrote hate comments or anything like that.
I haven't either. I've like pissed people off to be funny.
See, I've never done that.
Oh, I think that's funny.
I've
But
never done that.
I
I've
don't.
never understood it.
Will you ever met someone who just loves to fucking argue?
Yes.
Yeah. You got like 10 people in your mind going.
Yeah, I really did.
Bunch of family members and shit. You're like, yeah, those motherfuckers.
Yep, I know a lot of people.
So I mean, there's that, and then there's just the people that like to. I feel like it's a lot of the. I feel like it's a lot of you're pissed off about something, you're not happy with your life, and then someone, let's say you don't agree with, like pisses you off. Like here's the thing. If I watch a comedian, I'm just giving that as an example. You know, let's just give that as an example. Like I'm watching a comedian, and I don't ever get offended by any of that shit. But let's say I do get offended by a joke or something like that. I'm like, ugh, well, I hate it, and I'm pissed off with my life, so I'm like, well, and you just think that everyone's laughing at this joke you don't find funny. It's like, well, I hate him, and I hate all the fuck you, and fuck the people who are fucking following this guy. Fuck the people who think this is funny. Why do you think that's funny? What's so funny about XYZ? But, you know,
Yeah.
it like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, you could just take it, well, he's just joking. Because to me, and like you, it's like, well, the dude's just joking. Yeah, maybe I didn't find it funny. Let's click to the next person. Pretty simple, but...
Yeah, like, if you don't like the content, just click off. I just feel like click off.
Here's another thing. Because I talked to someone who thought something was growing. I can't remember what he was talking about. Like, I don't... So it's like, if you get a group of people, right, that like one thing or they hate one thing, you get on social media, yeah, that group of people might have, let's just say like fucking racist people, for example. You got fucking racist people for like forever. Well, I don't give a fuck. Forever, whatever. Wait, what? What? Okay. So you got racist people for fucking all generations. What? Oh, your life. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, exactly. So, but here's the thing is like, then you get on social media and it's like, maybe it seemed like not as, like it seems bigger now, right? Because, okay, there was a group of people, boom, boom, boom. Oh, social media, let's connect to all these other people who aren't going to go out and be fucking like march and all that bullshit, right? They're all going to connect, and it makes it seem like way broader. Obviously, it's really broad deal, but you get what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and it just, that goes along with, to me, like, hate in general. Like people hate on something. I hate fucking oranges. Oh, I hate pineapples on fucking pizza. Something as simple as that, right? Well, then everybody who fucking hates pineapple on fucking pizza and who likes pineapple on pizza are going to fucking, like, you can connect to everyone now.
Gotcha, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, it seems like it's much bigger, like, you know what
You're
I mean?
saying, like, the hate seems bigger than what it really is, kind of.
Kinda, in a way.
Okay.
Kinda, in a way.
I don't know. I think 2020 people were mad. People were mad with the world, boy. 2020 was a crazy year, bro. 2020 was a crazy year. And then when I thought about it, I was like, was it really? And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, But then that happened, I was like, yeah. Especially started out with Kobe. That hurt.
Yeah, that shit was wild, dude.
That hurt.
I didn't even watch basketball, and I was like, that shit's fucking crazy.
That hurt different. I remember. I will never forget it. I'll never forget where I was at. But it happened with Kobe first, and then COVID started going on, and then we had the wildfires, right? People forgot about the protest. I feel like.
Yeah,
Bro,
definitely.
Some people like in perspective, like put it in perspective, right? With the protest,
right?
I was legit 5 minutes away from being able to walk and being able, like, cops were pepper spraying teens. Mm. That would never happen.
Right.
Like, I don't think some people are like understanding. Like, there were we were in a global pandemic, protesting, going against cops. Teens were, kids were, old people, like everybody was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then we have that. Then we have like before that we had lockdown or whatever.
Right.
And then we have the election.
Yeah.
Like the election, the presidential debate. Like that was the most craziest thing I've ever seen. Like I was I
was definitely.
Everybody was watching it because it was like so much drama.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
That does not happen. We had what's it called? The NBA season closed, then had a NBA championship in a bubble. And then there's one more thing. Big in 2020. Did somebody die?
Black Panther and guy died. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And Black Panther died, bro.
Yeah.
Like
that shit was crazy. And people were clowning him.
Will Smith got cheated on.
Oh yeah, well yeah. That was weird to me because I was like, man, it's Will Smith, dude. How you gonna fucking?
Got cheated on, bro. Like 2020 was
fucking
a
bitch.
crazy year. 2020 was a crazy year.
Well, like,
and I know I'm missing a lot of things.
You are 100%.
We put
UFOs.
We put what is it called? Neurolinks.
Oh, the thing with what's his face?
With
Elon Musk. Yeah, with the pig.
I know we came up with a new Tesla model. Like, bro.
Yeah.
We sent the rocket to space and had it came back. Like,
and
the launchers from the rocket to come back.
Right.
Like,
the government disclosed it. They're like, yeah, we have UFOs, and they didn't say anything about it. Yeah. Going back to what you said about like people forgetting the protest, man. The beginning of that I felt like after the whole situation with like George Floyd, I feel like the first 2 weeks, it seemed like everyone was like, well, obviously that like everyone agreed with the same thing, and it kind of goes with what we were saying, right? Like nearly everyone, damn near everyone agreed, like this is fucked up, like we got to do something about this. Everyone remembers, right? It felt like the first 2 or 3 weeks we all were together. It kind of felt nice. And then, like you said about, like, the hate on social media. Well, I think this. Well, I think this. Well, I think... Stuff that didn't even have to do with about the protests and then got put in. Stuff to do with about the election got put in. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything just comes at all angles. It is all reality, but, like, for 2 weeks, everyone was cool. It seemed like everyone was like, oh, you know what? We're actually going to be cool with each other.
The thing is, though, bro, like, you gotta, like, be realistic. Let's be realistic. We have nothing that touches the government, what they got in
Oh, well, yeah, no.
We have absolutely nothing. Like, our Black Panthers that we had, like, roaming the streets with the guns and everything, they weren't shooting them. Not to be, like, you know, that guy, but, like, they weren't shooting them. They were just out there marching with us.
Right.
But, like, if we actually try to take on the government, we wouldn't win that battle.
Oh, we'd be fucked up, yeah.
And people realize that after getting pepper sprayed so many times. And, like, because you gotta think they allowed the protest to happen for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's kind of why.
Yeah.
Like, people were changing. And I'm not playing like, and I'm not saying that like, I was out there,
right?
But it's just like,
eventually
it's gonna subside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you think?
Things are gonna cover. Like, people are not gonna be focused on one thing for the rest of their life.
Do you think? Yeah, true. But do you think that? If everyone, like I said, the first 2 weeks, I felt like everyone seemed to be on the same page. Do you think if everyone, which is like this is the unrealistic part, no one's all like the fact is like no one's all going to be on the same page no matter what, and that's kind of the problem with overthrowing the government. Let's say in a fairy tale world, if everyone was on the same page or at least enough people, do you think you still don't think we could overthrow the government?
Well, you gotta. That's what I'm saying about realistic. They have things that we just don't have in our.
Yeah, we don't have tanks. Yeah, we don't
have
a
tank. Like, they have tanks. like that, your AK, you might even have a flamethrower.
Right.
They have a nuke.
Like, yeah, but they wouldn't do that.
I know, but I'm
I
just
get
saying,
what you're
like,
saying. I get what you're saying.
They have things that they have grenade launchers. They have things that we couldn't even like touch. Like we weren't even able to step foot on the White House grass. Imagine if,
right.
Like imagine this, bro. They tell you we're going to kill you if you step foot on this grass. Even in Area 51, if you get to a certain point.
Yeah, they're like, nah, this is your rights don't really matter
at
right
all.
here.
Like,
yeah.
We're going to shoot you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't. Like this. Is what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
that is one thing also that like I don't know because I hear it from sides of everyone like well, we could definitely overthrow the government. Then there's like the realistic side. It's like well, dude, like for example, when everyone wanted to go to Area 51.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, that is not happening. They're gonna fucking like. First off, if they got fucking aliens in there. Your bitch ass is not going anywhere, bro. If they got fucking UFOs in there, they're just gonna come out and kill you, bro. Like it doesn't. You know what I mean?
People were realizing.
And it's not gonna get to that point.
To get to Area 51, it is a 2-lane highway.
Yeah.
And it's like 2,000 miles from like the nearest airport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you had to go from and like the nearest town was like 1,000 miles, not even 1,000 miles, maybe like 100-some miles away. So it was like you had to drive. It would have been literally traffic full of everybody just driving to Area 51 to get blown up.
Do you think like maybe like if it was like 500 years ago we could overthrow the government?
500 years ago?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. We didn't have nothing like that.
Okay, 100 years ago, 200 years ago.
Bro, our technology's gotten.
But I'm saying like in that time, you think that the people. I'm not overthrowing the conversation. I'm just saying
no, overthrow the government.
Because that's kind of what we're talking about. Like,
no, I sounded like you're thinking of like plans for me. I personally don't.
I'm gonna overthrow this bitch.
I'm incorporating like the fact that the National Guard be in the government, like that would be on its side. So we're not gonna beat the army.
Oh yeah, no, definitely
I don't think regardless of what we do, like
no matter the numbers, it's, I get what you mean. No, definitely not.
Like that's just not happening.
Yeah.
Like we have Brinks trucks, they have squat trucks. we're not
like
winning
coming
that
out.
battle. They got tanks. Remember that.
Do you ever watch South Park?
No.
Bro, you love South Park.
I probably would.
It's so funny. It's so funny, bro. Cause like they made a pandemic special, and not to like overthrow the conversation, but like literally like it, cause like dude, they've always like depicted everything in the world perfectly and just made fun of it, you know. And it's just so funny because the cops like take over being teachers in it, and it's just like super fucked up. And then they're like, something happens, or they're trying to get people off the streets for COVID, and they're like, well, you took our guns away because you thought it was too extreme. And they're like, and then you hear a guy in the back like yes. And he's like, shh. And he's like, okay, we'll give you all the access. And then like hardcore rock music comes out, and all the cops are coming out in their fucking tanks and shit. Like, and then like a kid's like fucking like swinging. They're like, you there? Get back inside! Like, you know what I mean? It was just fucking hilarious. But like the whole episode, like, I don't know, I just love shit like that. It like makes fun of everything like perfectly, like to a T. Well, we were talking about like.
No, you were just saying something about. Oh yeah, about teachers, because I was having this conversation with somebody about like, at least for me, personally, and I think my Gen Z folks can agree. Even the millennials, maybe not 25-year-olds and above, maybe not. Maybe I would feel like the 24 and younger would be able to agree with like, we didn't get taught nothing in high school.
I think. A lot of people agree with that, like regardless of.
But I mean, like, and like, there's some things that like, we should know that we just do not know like at all. Like, there's some people that don't even know how to change a tire. Yeah. I feel like that should be something.
Oh yeah, we were together that one time at Quick Trip. That dude didn't know how to change a tire. Remember that?
Yeah, bro. Like, some people don't know how to change a tire. I mean, like, I feel like taxes would have been something cool.
Taxes,
right?
Do. I took a class on that, but like it still wasn't.
How to invest your money, everything like that. Like they taught us about like scheduling time, but they made time for us. And then it's like we were able to be like the class. We we had a
Right.
10-minute grace period to be late to class before it counted as an absence.
Yeah.
Like, I would wait till it was 9 minutes to come to class before
Right.
I came to class sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I just knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a lunch, like, instead of a 25-minute lunch, I'm taking a 35-minute lunch.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you just know.
you know what I mean? So, like, I just, like, my English teacher, Mr. I don't even know what his name was, but, like, he was on the laptop all class period. Like,
Right.
he gave us maybe a lesson, and then we just had to look it up on Schoology. I think that was that. But that was it, bro. Like, I can't tell you. I think, like, the last thing that like, the one class I remember was government, and the only reason why is because she put our phones up. And we had no technology, and that was the class I learned something in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's crazy that we just. I feel like the last four, like our high school, maybe not high school. I feel like since 8th grade when we got the laptops.
We got them in 9th grade.
9th grade was
Yeah.
was it? Okay, so yeah. ever
Kids
since we-
before, like under us, they got the iPads.
Yeah, bro. Like I feel bad for the kids who have like iPads and everything like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're not learning. Like they put it in front of us and they just say learn it
Yeah.
rather than like you actually. Like, I remember like putting my hand up and if I didn't know a word, and, like the teacher would literally be with me and we would like go over the word and sound out the word and we would like write a couple times and I'd learn the word. You know what I'm saying? But like in high school, like if I asked a teacher for something, they would come over, they would look at it, they probably just answer the question. I mean, truthfully.
Right.
Like, they would just be there and be like, oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just easier. It's easier than to make you struggle and like actually like put you through an
Yeah.
obstacle to learn. Well, and that's the thing is like it just fits with like what you're saying is like what we're doing means nothing. So giving me the answer is like I'm not learning either way, right?
Like environmental ed, I can't believe that's a class that you have to take.
Right.
That is a class you have to take.
You took that class? I didn't take that class.
I think okay, well maybe you didn't have to. Like health.
I don't think I.
Like I don't remember anything from my health class to be honest with you.
I think health was like trying to kind of be like that, but it was kind of like, man, we already know about sex. We already know about that. We already know about like and like the shit they teach you like to eat this and not eat that. Like it's not really like getting into depth with like what vitamins you should take. What is actually like a good amount of exercise. Like stuff like that. Like they didn't really get it.
But I feel like the notes are probably good though. But the thing is like we're writing the notes as you speak the notes, and then you wait till we get done writing the notes, and then you skip to the next slide.
Yeah, there's no comprehension.
Like,
there's no comprehension at all.
That does not make any sense to me. That makes no sense. Like I am reading what you're like saying to me, so I'm already tuning you out. Then I'm just writing the words down really fast.
Not understanding.
Not understanding what I'm.
And then you study it, and then you take a test, and you forget after the test. You're like, I just know the answers to this.
Yeah.
That's the whole
or
problem.
Like the reviews, yeah, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, they give us the reviews, and they're like, it's just like the test. It would be just like the test besides 2 questions.
Yeah.
But like you studied the review to get the review
right for the test,
You're
exactly.
You're
not actually. Yeah, it's.
That's crazy.
It's weird, man.
That's so crazy.
I don't. I feel like, and that's the thing is like. Dude, maybe there needs to be more teachers that are like more hands-on and shit. Like, you know what? If that makes sense, like more like we're gonna do it this way. Like, dude, because I had like Mr. Palmer was like the reason why I liked him, like not even just because I liked the subject, like it was in my film class, but like I liked him because I actually learned shit, and not even just because I liked it. Because I had teachers with similar classes that I was like, fuck this. But like for him to like. Him to explain hands-on, like, here's an example, like, showing lighting. He's like, here, look at this, looks like shit. Look at this, doesn't look like shit. And then when you see it visually, you're like, oh, that's how that works. Like, you learn stupid shit, you're like, man, like, you learn, like, how to make certain parts of films, then you watch a film, and you're like, oh, that's how that's done? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so, if you apply the way he taught to, like, real stuff that you need to learn, not just movies, I think it'd be so much more beneficial.
But you know what? On top of that, the fact that like what you're saying right now is what people should be doing with themselves.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, just like you brought back to my content. Like it's like okay, I post this, right? And it doesn't like pop out, right? And then I go back to like seeing something that somebody else did. I'm like, oh, I could have did this differently.
Right.
Or if I see something that I've like, there'd be like, let's say if I repost something that I've done before, you know what I'm saying? I could be like, oh, okay, I seen what I did before, and And that's just like that's just me talking about videos. That's like with like life.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
When you wake up, like people don't get it sometimes. Like when you wake up earlier than what you're supposed to wake up, and you actually have a clear mind, you have such a better day.
Oh yeah.
You have such a better day. Like being in a rush, like you said, like oh snap, I gotta get my clothes, I gotta grab this.
Yeah,
I
it makes your day so shittier. It's like a domino effect.
You are just gonna be in a rush because your mind hasn't came to rest.
Right.
Like you came out of rest straight to just go. Like you have to build up. Like your body is a machine at the end of the day, bro. Yeah. Like if you just, and this is no offense to people, but if you're not eating anything, if you eat one time out of the day and you drink Red Bulls, like.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. Go ahead.
But if you're not eating one time out of the day and it's a little thing and you're only like drinking Red Bulls to keep you going,
your health is so important, dude.
That's not good. Like that's why you get mad so fast. That's why you burn out. Like, and that's like when you hit 25, 24, 26. Like people don't get it. Like those things are gonna be. They're gonna
and they're gonna catch up to you too.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Because like you mentioned, everyone who's like even dude. Me drinking in Mexico, I'm drinking like people are 28. I'm like, okay, I think they're in the same kind of like rim that I'm in, right? But they're like, the next day I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to drink again. They're like, bro, fuck you. I already had that phase. I'm 28. I'm like, it's only like a 5-7 year difference or whatever. It's like, no, bro, you just wait till you're 28. Yeah. You're gonna be like, I'm like, no, I think you're right because every one of them said that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, unless you're just like a fucking trooper or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like by the time
well, and it also goes like we were talking about just like health class, like teaching stuff like that. Like this is how you should eat. This is how you should be comfortable with food. Like I took a health class in college. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it way better than obviously I'm gonna like it way better than what I took in high school. But I learned way more about like. And it seemed like common sense, but like as a kid, like and how you were like taught to eat a certain way, like I was raised half by my grandma, like that's why I'm fat. Like I was like, that's how the way I picture, like you want more, here's some fucking Oreos and Reese's, like you know what I mean? Like you don't realize the proportion and like exactly what you need, and like I get it now, but like. Just in general, like, they don't teach kids that. And then people think, like, it's crazy, like, watching 1,000 Pound Sisters on fucking Hulu, and these bitches are talking about, well, I drink a diet soda and the cupcake because it fucking cancels each other out. That's what my mom taught me. And I'm like, this bitch, what? And then the doctor, what's cool, the doctor's like, well, how's that fucking working out for you? Yeah. And then you see her mom, and then it goes back to, like, what we were talking about, like, how people end up away. I'm like, how do you end up like that? Like, just eating, and the mom's being a fucking bitch to him, like, terrible.
I just think it happens, bro. Like, that's why sometimes I ask the same thing.
But
Like,
I think fat shaming's a good thing. I'm just gonna say it, dude.
Oh, I don't.
You don't agree?
I don't think so, no, bro.
I think it's a good thing to an extent.
I don't know, bro. My thing about it is like sometimes it's just not really in your control, bro. Like I get it, like.
I think it's 100% in your control. You eat the food, I'm fat. It's my fault. I know I'm fat. Like I have no problem with that.
But some people like when I like, because one thing I'll say, bro, is like we talk about working out, right?
Right.
And then we talk to other people, and they're like, "Well, I just don't work out." It's like you might just not be that person,
right?
Like, but you can go walk. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go do this, but like, bro, some people are just comfortable with being in their own skin. You can't just.
That's different. That's different. Like if you're a fat dude and you're like, yeah, I'm fat, I don't give a fuck, and you're happy. Fat chick, it don't fucking matter. Yeah. But that's the thing. You could fat shame your bros, but I can't look up to like. It is okay to fat shame your bros. Everyone's cool. Like everyone calls each other fat ass, but you can't fat shame a chick. Like that is totally forbidden.
I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't. Like I said, bro. Like if I have a different mindset.
No, what this is, you don't understand what I'm saying.
I know, I think I am, bro. Is what you're saying is like it's cool to like, you know, like if it's just your bros, bro, like fat ass, like you're fat, and it's cool. But like if you say that to a girl, like it'd be like the world is ending.
Yeah, it's okay, like, hey, motherfucker.
I see what you're saying.
That's 100% true.
It's just like some people, they are just comfortable with being like that, so it's just like.
But that's different. That's different, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, that is, like, if you are comfortable with being fat, like, and you're just like, because you said, like, why does it have to be a guy? So that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's why I spend off on that.
The girl wouldn't trip though. She's comfortable with it though.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter, girl, guy, whatever. But like, I'm saying that, like, if you're comfortable, I know some fucking huge people, some uncles, some fucking family members, some friends, fat. They don't give a shit. They'll eat whatever. They're happy people. And like those people though, who are like bigger and like you can tell someone who's fat and like just can move. Like, dude. Not to mention my Uncle Steve. My Uncle Steve's a big dude.
Maybe you should use a different, maybe not definition of like fat shaming. I think it's just jokes, maybe.
Nah, because you don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, here's this. Like, if you have someone, I'm going to give my Uncle Steve, for example. Big guy, funny, moves, works, is a grinder, hustles. He don't give a shit how he looks. He's comfortable in his own skin, like you were saying. I'm not going to fat shame him because he's happy with who he is. But you come up to me and let's say you're fucking overweight and you're like, man, I just hate myself. I hate how I look. It's like, well, do something about it, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
you're just an asshole.
No, I'm not. I'm being realistic. I'm telling you.
Wouldn't say that, but you just said it. If you see that your uncle is happy, and you know that.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying if he wasn't happy and he said, man, I'm fat.
I know. But before that, you said if he was happy, you wouldn't say nothing.
No, I wouldn't. Maybe joke with him, but that's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but jokes are different.
No. What I'm saying is like you wouldn't say anything to him if he was happy, but if you seen that he wasn't happy, you would say something to him.
Yeah, 100%, I'd say something.
Being an asshole.
No, it's not, because being an asshole is watching him get fat and kill himself.
Why wouldn't you just say the jokes to the person that is cool with the jokes?
Well, I'm still gonna do that too, but what I'm saying is, if you are overweight, right? If you are overweight and you're unhappy and you're blaming your fucking self. Oh, he's still on?
Yeah, I'm good.
And you're blaming everyone else besides yourself, and you're saying, I just can't lose weight, I'm going to be like, yes, you can. Get to it. Quit being fucking lazy. If that is your goal. Or if you see, if I get fat, I'm okay with someone being like, look, I got a little chubby over the past couple weeks. I know I have. I definitely probably gained like 10 pounds.
So you're saying if somebody wants to lose weight, that's when you would fat shame?
Yes! 100%.
You didn't say that in the beginning. You said, I think it's...
How did you not understand what I was saying?
Look, you started off the whole thing. You said, I think it's okay to fat shame.
But that is fat shaming.
No, fat shame. Okay, I don't think you know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you know the definition of fat shaming. I don't think you do.
Okay.
Fat shaming is like literally people do it on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. Like when you go on somebody's page and you be like, oh man, like to be honest, like let's say you go and it's like somebody that looks like a gorilla or something like that. Like they be like, oh, gorilla looking self, or like, oh, like Caesar needs to get that banana or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Making fun of him.
That's
yeah, right.
fat shaming.
Right. Well, but it's still you're still shaming someone for being fat.
That's what I'm saying.
But me telling you, like, hey, bro, you need to fucking, like, if I see my boy who definitely does not want to be fat, and I know he doesn't want to be fat, I'm like, hey, bro, a little bit chubby, bro.
That's
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay,
well then we have two different definitions, I guess. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that is okay.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing. Okay, then there we go. We're getting ground. People look at that as fat shaming. Like, oh, you're fat shaming her. You're fat shaming him. Like, what? Like, no, bro. I'm just trying to help my friend out. Tell him he needs to lose some weight because he probably doesn't. He sees himself in the mirror every day. He doesn't realize he put on like 25 lbs. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it also depends on the person too.
Well, it depends on the person who's gonna take it, but like, cause like obviously there's some people you tell them they're fat, they're gonna want to like rebel and get fatter, you know. But that's what I'm saying. People, okay, my bad. You're right. I did fuck up. People look at that as fat shaming. But like, if you saw me and I am like 300 pounds, you'd be like, I know you out of everyone would be like, Luke, bro. No, that's exactly what you go, Luke, bro.
Literally, Luke, if you were 300 pounds, if I seen you were 300 pounds, I'd be like, what you been up to? Like, you're getting bigger. And you'd be like, well, lately, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it depends on like what the statement would be. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, I know you.
No,
you'd be like, Luke, bro, you're getting fat, bro.
I'm just going through it right now. Like, I really need, like I've really been going through it. Like, I just don't feel like doing anything. Like, I'm gonna get to like, let's say 350, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm like, you know what, all right, bro, like, do your thing or whatever. Right. But if you're like, oh, I'm trying to lose it, bro, I'm trying to lose weight, and I see you stuffing your mouth with hot Cheetos, I'm gonna be like, that obviously is not
Right,
That's
exactly.
not fat shaming.
Right.
That's you just
Okay,
being supportive.
okay, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so exactly. I don't know the definition of fat shaming apparently.
No, you're good. Just, I'm just saying, like,
But people do look at that as fat shaming.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like people
I
do look at that as fat
saying.
shaming.
I understand what you're saying for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's. I mean, like, I don't know, bro. It's just like I think it's wrong for people to.
Do you know what the definition of gaslighting is?
What? Why does that sound familiar?
Gaslighting is like making somebody. Let's say like I know something is true about you, and you're making me feel crazy in the fact that it's not true. You're like you keep saying it's not true, and then it's making me feel crazy the fact that I'm even thinking about that it's.
Oh, so it's like if someone's if you're like someone like cheating, kind of like, oh, you cheating on me, and it's like, no, I'm not. That's kind of like gaslighting, right?
That's just
In a way.
lying. Gaslighting would be like if I'm asking you like, it'd be like.
You're putting thoughts in my head that aren't there.
Yeah, and you're making them feel crazy for them kind of being right in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Like, give me like an explanation. No, give me like an example. Like, tell me, gaslight me. Go ahead, light me up. Gaslight me up, bro.
I don't even know how I would do it. You'd have to.
You're saying the truth about something.
No.
But you're
It'd be
not.
like you. It'd be like you. Like you knew I talked to your ex, right?
Right.
And I'm like, bro, I did not talk to your ex. It was all your ex's fault. She hit me up.
Right.
I don't even know what you're talking about. She was in my DM. She did this. She did that. She did this. Bro, honestly, bro, I think it might be her. And then she comes, and then like, you've already know that she wouldn't have hit me up, right? So then you start thinking you're crazy for even asking me.
Right. Okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So then you're just like,
here.
so that's what gaslighting is.
Yeah. Well, why do you bring that up?
I was asking because it's just fat shaming.
Yeah, gaslighting. Yeah, I get you. I got you. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's the biggest thing in manipulation.
Yeah, for sure.
They just got a new word for it now. So.
Yeah, there's all these words for everything. I fucking like the old days where it's like, fuck, I don't know what the fuck it's called, man. I'm sorry. Man.
I think it's pretty crazy, for sure. I definitely think it's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah. What do you think about, like, dude? That's another thing, dude. Is there's so many different terms for so many different things now. Like, when you were a kid, you just thought there was like, let's say 7 different fucking terms for something. You know what I mean? Like like there was one term for something. Now there's like, well, you could be this or you could be that or you could be this and that and that.
Genders?
No, well, I mean that's kind of one of them, but like not really. It's more of like. No, I mean not kind of, but like I guess it's in the realm of it. But like if you really okay, for example, when I was a kid, and like not to be political, and I'm not gonna, but Republican or Democrat, that's all you ever heard when you were a kid, at least for me. Now you hear, oh, I'm a liberal or I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, I'm a libertarian, I'm this. Like I was like, when I was a kid, I was like just one or the other. Like now it's like so many different. You know what I mean?
Comes with age too. You getting older.
Yeah, but I feel like that was the time period. No one said that during that time period, I feel like. You don't think so? Or you think so?
Maybe just not to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you were a kid.
I don't know. I feel like older people, like I talk to older people about this, they think the same way.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, from me, like, I didn't learn about a lot of things because I didn't care. Like, all I did was play video games.
Dude, I wish, bro. My family is so politically driven. I was like, bro, I wish I never even like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
Political at all. I mean, I'm not political. Like my grandpa is, but like that. I don't know. We just really never
talked about it. Never got brought up.
Not really. We just talked about everything else. Honestly.
Yeah.
I wish we did because I wish I would have known like the parties and like the deepest form and everything like that. But
I don't know. I wish I didn't because then like you get a biased. But what's cool is when you get older, you're like think for yourself. So you're like, but generally you're gonna have a bias anyways of like what your family thinks. So you're probably gonna aim more that way. But then as you get older, you're like, I really don't think that way. I don't know. It's so weird.
No, yeah. That's like I said, bro. It all starts with how you're raised, and like, it goes back to the freshman shit I was talking about. It's like how you. I mean, your upbringing has a lot to do with a lot of things. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I remember telling my stepdad yesterday.
Had a long drag on that one.
I remember telling him yesterday. We was doing we was shoveling snow. You know what I mean? And I remember when we were like, me and my cousin were like 13, 12, and like 14. Like we would move houses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like that was tough.
Yeah.
Like moving, like we would like not just like the house, like everything in the house, like from like everything that you had is moved to a new house type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like didn't get rid of anything, just kept most of the stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like everything,
Ooh,
and then we had to clean everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like this was like a week job, right? In like 12-hour days type shit. Like it was bad, but I remember doing them, and like every day I would be like, okay, we just gotta get through this, just gotta get through this, and then I can, sweep. Like if I just pick this up and we just take this, we take all these,
right.
couches, then I can just sit down real quick for a little bit or whatever, and then I know that I'm always gonna get money at the end. That was the biggest reward. When we were snowing or when we was shoveling, it was hard, but I was just like, I just gotta get it done, so I can just go chill. And that's kind of how it is just with like my life right now. It's just like, okay, as long as I get this done, I'll get it done, I'll get it done, I'll get it done, and I can just chill. If I get this done, I can just move on to this. If I just get this done, I can just move on to this. If I get this done, I can just move on to this. You know what I'm saying? And then that's part of like my upbringing. So that's why I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like your upbringing has a lot to do with
for sure.
Like what you do and like how you act, rock, like that. So.
That is 100% on point because like I mean you said it best. Like you move so much. Damn, how many times did you move?
Me?
Yeah.
We moved houses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You moved houses.
Oh, you moved other people's houses. As a kid. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Oh yeah. Damn.
So what I'm saying, like we was moving, like it wasn't even like bum houses. I'm not even gonna be a lie. Like it was like Mission Hills.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was like 2 stories with, like it was like 2-story house with not even a basement, like a second living room and then a basement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were nice houses that we were living, but it was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Just like 12-hour days, bro.
Right.
I'll never forget them.
That's good though because, like you said, that's in your upbringing. It's like, okay, if I get this done, then I get a reward. You know, and that's a good thing to have because some people they get too many. Yeah.
For a week of 12 hours.
Oh yeah, and being 13, fuck yeah.
No, that's BS. I should have got like $700.
Yeah, but you were 13.
What do you
know? Hey, bro, let me tell you.
Collecting coin off of us, bro. He was collecting.
Yeah, he was. My uncle did the same thing to me, dude. I was like, fuck you.
Collecting. I know he had. I know for a fact. I remember one time when.
Oh yeah, he opens up his drawer. You see the money. You're like, hey, motherfucker.
Who gave him the money?
Oh, that's the worst.
When he gave it to him, like he literally grabbed it at the thing and it was like this, and he handed it to him. It had to, like now that I'm thinking about it, it had to be like maybe $3,500. Bro, dude gave me like $600.
At least you're fucking getting money.
$600. I mean, at the time, bro, I was like.
Yeah, that's why he fucking scammed you. He's like, oh, this motherfucker throw a dog a bone, baby, throw a dog a bone. Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. Go get some gumballs, kid.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
whatever.
I should have made at least 1,000, and then the other person made 1,000, and he should have made 1,500. If we were honest, but yeah, bro, like one was like that. Go ahead.
No, I did that. My uncle. I remember my uncle. Like, dude. First off, I didn't know what kind of house we were moving. And we go up to this house. He's like, yeah, we're just gutting it. Like, this is a fucking shitty-ass, like, apartment. I was like, it's an apartment? We go up to the owner, and he's like, yeah, man, I just kicked the rest of the fucking crackheads out, so you can... I was like, what? What are you talking about? Bro, you go into this fucking apartment, dude. No, like, you ever seen the movie Fight Club?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that house is, like, real disgusting? It was, like, that times, like, 3. And, like, in this apartment, there's no doors. No doors at all. There's, like, rooms that people... needles everywhere, bro. Just needles. Shit. Human fucking shit in the corner. There was this orange shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was just orange shit. Dude, it smells so bad. My uncle's like, hey, could you go in there? I'm like, me?
That's
what the
poison,
fuck?
boy.
Dude, we shut it. Dude, we gutted everything out of this fucking thing, dude. It was horrible. And then, to top it off, I have a fucking bag. We're taking bags out because there's these random bags. And I'm like, man, what are in these? As I'm fucking walking with them, it rips open, dude. And I just start dying because it's Bibles and porn. And my uncle's like, that's a great combination.
Right.
But, like, I remember the worst part about it was, like, I mean, it wasn't the worst part. The worst part was probably the smell of the whole thing. And, like, how I was like, bro, I can't believe these people live like this, dude. Yeah. And there's the dude telling us about it, like, yeah, I gotta, like, get in their faces and get this fucking money because they're, you know. So, you're, like, hosting a drug house in here, dude. And, but the thing was, like, my uncle, dude, there's these stairs that were just like this, dude. It was, you know, there was, like, this 400-pound fucking fridge. So he takes the fridge, and I'm like, bro, do you think we could just, like, throw it down? Because this isn't going anywhere, and, like, it'll be a lot easier. Because, like, I'm telling you, it's steep, dude. He's like, no, get down there. I'm like, God damn it. So he gave me the bottom. We're going, like, step by step. And this dude slips his grip, bro, and I catch it. And I just, like, do footwork all the way down and, like, throw it down, like, and it hit my feet. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And he's like, I'm not impressed that you caught it. I'm impressed on that footwork you did going down. I was like, bro, what the fuck? But no, that was, but then he fucking gave me like $100. So that was kind of where I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just moved fucking needles and porn and Bibles in a fucking 400-pound fridge for $100. Like, are you kidding me? But whatever, I guess I was cool with it at the time. Kinda, not really. I was a little bit older. I was like 16 at the time, so it was more like, you know, 13-year-old, 12-year-old, it's like, but, you know.
If I was 16 and I would have got that,
yeah.
If I would have got the move, if we did those moves when I was 16 and I would have got like $300, I would have said,
yeah, like, really?
Then. I had a job at that time.
Yeah, you know.
I was making, literally, bro, that's crazy too, because, like, I hear some people and they're like, I've never had a job, or like, I've only had one job.
And it shows, man, with those people, I feel like.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Kind of. I mean, no, like, yeah, like, I agree with you. Like, I've had so many jobs.
Same.
Like, I've had I think I've worked like 7 jobs already.
Yeah, I don't know how many, I don't want to count off the top of my head, but I've probably worked around like 6 or 7 or something like that.
Like, from being 15 years old to now.
Yeah.
7 jobs.
Which, I feel like some people think it's a bad thing, but I think it's good because then you learn different aspects of different things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I spend time at every single one.
Yeah, you learn how a restaurant, is put together, how retail's put together, how to do this, how to do that, how to work a fucking forklift, like that shit's like, it's kind of...
I was going from lifeguard to the camp director.
Right.
I went back to lifeguard. Then I did Sonic, bro.
Fuck
Funny
that.
story, actually. I got the job at Sonic, right? And then the first day, I worked with Billy, right? And it was so chill. So I was like, this job was going to be a piece of cake.
Dude, I'd be smiling if Billy
like
was working with me.
I worked like 2 hours. So I barely did it. It was just kicking it.
Yeah.
And then eating like ice cream. I was like, this is cake.
Yeah.
Second day I come, obviously he wasn't there. Like, there were like, it was the most nastiest place I've ever been to. I walked out within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, can I go to the bathroom? She's like, yeah. And I left.
Yeah.
And I left. Like, that was it. I literally put my apron outside the door and I was gone.
Yeah.
Worked at Subway for a little bit too.
I remember that.
Worked at GNC, like I said. I worked at Price Chopper.
You worked at Price Chopper?
Yeah.
Which one?
Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
And I worked at a gas station.
I heard grocery stores fucking suck.
Down there?
I don't know, just in general.
Oh, I mean, yeah, a little bit. And then now the job that I have now, so like 6.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think I've done anything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to count, but I've had a lot of jobs.
You have that front desk, lifeguard.
Front desk, lifeguard, forklift, where I'm at now. Target. There's one more in there. I had 2 lifeguard jobs. You want to count that, but I don't know. I feel like it's one more.
We have so many jobs, but it's like.
Chili's.
I spent a lot of. Oh, Applebee's. That was my 7th place. Yeah, I went to Applebee's. GNC, it was 5 months.
Yeah.
It was just a second job.
Well, yeah, I walked out of Chili's, bro.
Did you?
Yeah, I got an argument with this bitch, dude. She was not about to talk to me like that. Oh, dude, we got into it. I thought I was gonna hit a woman.
What, a worker?
Yeah, bro. Dude, it was bad. Like we got into it. I felt bad. Like, no, I don't feel bad. I was pissed off. I just got my wisdom teeth taken out, so I was already irritated, and I called out of work and shit. So it was my first day back, and I remember I already had the mindset like I'm leaving today because they never gave me a paycheck, so I was irritated about that. And which I made a lot being a server or being a waiter or whatever, but I was doing this girl's job. I was like, she's the to-go person, and I was doing it. I was like, hey, how do you ring this out for to-go? And she was all like, she gave me a fucking attitude. She always gives me an attitude, and I kind of freaked out a little bit too much, but she was like, what do you want? And I was like, why do you always have a fucking attitude with me?
Right.
Why do you always have a fucking attitude with me? And then what was even funny was when we were done with the whole thing, like I walked out, the girl who I was helping was like, hey, you were in the right in that situation. She did have an attitude. I was like, thank you. But, yeah. But then you get to know, like, how each job works. That's the beautiful thing about it. That's what I like. You know. But there is some people I know that just have, like, they've had one job for, just one job for, like, 3 years, 4 years. And I'm like, bro, how do you do that, man?
Well, a
lot of comments. Any questions?
Yeah, a lot, bro. We have 25 people that was consistent. Bro.
Fuck yeah, let's hear the questions. What questions are there?
My phone's about to die.
Oh, boy.
So, we're going to have to... But we can do this next time. Do appreciate your team in. We're going to have to hit y'all later. But, yeah, bro. I mean, we're going to have to do that again.
Yeah, we are, dude.
We might have to do that again.
Oh, yeah,
I might have
will.
to get me a podcast set up, bro.
Bro, you do it, dude. It's amazing.
I like this vibe. I kind of like this vibe. Just talking to people.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. And that's the thing is, like, some days you'll be, like, chill, and then some days you'll be hyped up, joking around, and then some days it's, like, talking about conspiracy. Like, it's just whatever you're in the mood for, dude.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
fucking, that's the cool thing. Like, cause, like, dude, some of the podcasts I've had that I don't think are going to make that many views make, like, some of the most views. I'm like,
It's
God
crazy.
damn.
It's always crazy how that works, isn't it?
It really is, dude.
It's always crazy.
All right, well, we'll sign off.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah.